Good morning, students. In the last period, our second chapter, Nutrition in Animals, was completed. Today, I am going to start your third chapter, Fiber to Fabric. Now, in the last year, the same name of the chapter was there in the sixth class, Fiber to Fabric. In that, we learn types of fabric, there animal fiber and plant fiber. The two types are there. Some plants fibers that are cotton, jute, and history of clothing material we learn in the sixth class. Now in this chapter we will learn about the animal fibers. We will see the chapter. In class 6 you have learned about some fibers obtained from the plants. I already mentioned that in the sixth class same name of the chapter will be the fiber to fabric, and in that we learn about the fibers which will be obtained from the plant. You also learn that the wool and silk fibers are obtained from the wool. Wool and silk fibers obtained from the animals, and how we are obtaining this and how we will convert this into the fabric we will see in this chapter. Wool is obtained from the fleece which is called as an hair of the sheep or yak. Silk obtained from cocoons of silk moth. Cocoons of silk moth. And do you know which part of the sheep's body yields fibers? Now in this chapter we will learn about from how we are getting the animal wool, and how we are converting them into the fabrics. Here one question will be there: do you know which part of the sheep's body yield fibers? We are aware about that. And are you are aware how these fibers are converted into the woolen yarn, and that we buy from the market and to knit sweaters. Now we are getting woolen threads from the market, and we are knitting, and we are converting into the sweaters. And do you have any idea how silk fibers are made into silk, and which is woven into the saris? The all 3-4 questions are there, and in this chapter we shall try to find the answers of these questions. Here our first point: animal fiber, wool and silk. Animal fibers, wool and silk. Now first point, wool. Wool, we are aware about that it comes from the sheep, goat, yak and some other animals. These wool yielding animals bear hair on their body. We are aware about that sheep, goat, yak, they are having a lot of hairs on their body. And do you know why these animals have thick coat of hair? Now by nature they are providing their a lot of hair on their body. Any reason will be there why they are having coat on thick coat of hair on their body? Because hair trap a lot of air. Hair traps a lot of air. Air is a poor conductor of heat. We will learn in the next chapter, heat. We will learn this as you would learn in a chapter 4. So hair keeps these animals warm. So the lot of air which is present on the animal body, they trap the air, and air is a poor conductor of heat. And that's why hair keeps the animals warm. Because suppose when we are suffering from the cold situation, that time we are wearing sweaters and jackets. That time by the naturally they are having a lot of hair to keep their body warm in a cold situation. Wool is derived from these hairy fibers. Which is present on their body. Now here one activity is there mentioned here. Activity 3.1: feel the hair on your body. On our body also, on human body also, many more hairs are present on hand, on legs and on the head also, body and arms, and those on your head. And do you find any difference which one seems coarse and which one is soft? Now when we touch the hairs present on our body, which is present on our arms, and which is present on our head, from that we will find out that much more difference will be there in between these hairs which is present on our body and which is present on our head. Some are seen as a coarse, some are seen as a coarse, which is in local language we can say that खरबरीत, जे खरबरीत असतात, आणि काही आहेत ते सॉफ्ट असतात. ते तुम्ही फाइंड आउट करू शकता ह्या ॲक्टिव्हिटीनुसार, आणि तुम्हाला ते समजू शकेल कोणते सॉफ्ट आहेत कोणते खरबरे आहेत, विच वन इज अ सॉफ्ट अँड विच वन इज अ हार्डर वन. नाव like us, the hairy skin of sheep has two types of fibers. Two types of fibers. We are having two types of fibers on our two types of hairs on our body. In the same way that the sheep also they are having two types of fibers. Two types of fibers that from its place. One, the coarse beard hair. The coarse beard hair. These coarse beard hair, those are the harder ones, and a fine soft under hair close to their skin. Close to their skin. Which one is close to their skin? It is a softer one. It is a softer one. The fine hair provide fibers for making wool. The fine hairs, which is a softer one, which will be provide us fibers for making wool. And some breeds of sheep process only fine under hair. Only fine under hair. Some breeds प्रजाती, जाती, काही जाती अशा आहेत की त्या फक्त अशा चांगल्या मऊ प्रकारचे हेअर्स तयार करते, त्यांच्या बॉडीवरती तयार होतात. देअर पॅरेंट्स आर स्पेशली चूजन टू गिव्ह बर्थ टू sheep which have only soft under hair. Which have only soft under hair. Suppose we are rearing that particular sheep and we want to get wool from that, and what we are doing, we are buying the breed of sheep that giving us a fine hair, only fine under hair, and that one only we can rear in our house or even in our farm, because we want only hairs for making wool. Their parents are specially chosen for the parents which is specially chosen to give birth to sheep which have only soft under hair. The process of selecting parents for obtaining special character in their offspring. For the process for their process of selecting parents for obtaining special character in their offspring, they are selecting two parents. We are aware about that, male parent and female parent. From that one parent they are selecting which has a special character, and this character they are finding in the offspring, such as soft under hair in the sheep is termed selective breeding. Selective breeding, and this term is called as a selective breeding. We are selecting the breeding. We are selecting the breeding parents. We are selecting from that the offspring will be the when we are getting the offspring, it is useful for us because it gives the fine under hairs which is converted into the wool. Now the next one, animals that yield wood. Animals that yield wood. Now we will see some animals which are using for the yielding wool. They are preparing the wool. They are having a lot of hairs on their body. Here we will see several breeds of sheep are found in different parts of our country. We are aware about that our India is a vast country. Here different areas, different variety breeds of sheep will be available in our country. However, the fleece of sheep is not the only source of wool. Only the source of wool. The fleece, the hairs which is present on the sheep, that is not only the source of the wool. Though wool is commonly available in the market, the wool which is available in the market, that is a sheep wool. Yak wool is common in Tibet. Common is Tibet and Ladakh. Yak is found in the Tibet and Ladakh region. Angara wool is obtained from the Angara goats, found in hilly region such as Jammu and Kashmir. The Angara wool which is obtained from the Angara goat, and which is the Angara goats are found in the hilly region such as Jammu and Kashmir. Such as Jammu and Kashmir. These animals they are found in different areas in our country, and there in their locality they are using these types of wools. These types of wools, like the wool commonly available in market, the sheep wool, which is the sheep are available in a particular area, their sheep wool they are using. Yak in which is available in Tibet and Ladakh, and Angara wool which is available in J&K, Jammu and Kashmir. Now wool is also obtained from the goat. Also obtained from the goat, sheep and goat. find the difference, what is the sheep and what is the goat. Wool is also obtained from the goat, hair. The under fur, the under the under fur of Kashmiri goat is soft. It is woven into the fine shawls called pashmina shawls, which is famous. Pashmina shawls, which is famous shawls, will be obtained from the goat hairs. The fur, the fur means the hairs on the body of the camels is used as a wool. The hair which is present on the camel body is also used as a wool. Llama and alpaca found in South America are also used wool, also yield wool. Alpaca and llama are the types of goats. Here you can see here downside llama and alpaca. Here from that also we are getting wool, and which will be converted into we are getting a lot of hair and which will be yielded into the wool. Now here one activity was mentioned, activity 3.2. It is a simple one activity. Collect pictures of animals whose hair is used as wool. We have to collect the pictures of the animals whose hair we are using to prepare the wool. Stick them in your scrapbook. If you are unable to get the pictures, try and draw them in the ones given in this book. Find out the words for sheep, goat, camel and yak in your local language and also in the other languages of our country. Now this activity you can do in your home, in your science notebook, where you have to collect some pictures, which pictures of the animals whose hair is used for the wool, and we have to find out what is the name of that particular animals in our locality, like sheep, goat, camel and yak. In our locality, in your local language, you can write in front of that. Here some animals pictures are shown here downside. First Angara goat 3.3, then goat, normal goat, then camel, alpaca and llama and yak is mentioned there. These pictures are mentioned. Again one activity was mentioned upper side, activity 3.3. This is also a simple activity is there. Procure outline maps of India and the world. एक आउटलाईन मॅप्स ऑफ इंडिया, आउटलाईन मॅप असणारे इंडिया किंवा वर्ल्डचा मॅप तुम्ही घेऊ शकता. फाइंड आउट अँड मार्क द प्लेसेस ऑन द मॅप वेअर यू फाइंड एनिमल्स दॅट प्रोव्हाइड wool. Now alpaca found in South America, alpaca and llama you can find out in the world map of world. In that we have to find out South America, and there you have to mention then where you find the animals that provide wool. Use different colors and denote the location in different wool yielding animals. We have to use different colors to donate the location in a different wool yielding animals. Now we are aware about that, like yak, which is available in Tibet and Ladakh. We have to find out in an Indian map where Tibet and Ladakh will be there. There you have to mention. Afterwards Angara goats, which is found in the hilly region of Jammu and Kashmir. We have to find out the hilly region of Jammu and Kashmir. There you have to mark. Afterwards llama and alpaca in the map of world. And afterwards again, suppose you are find out new animals, then also you mention in that particular map. Now the next point is from fiber to wool. Now when we are getting fibers from that, how it converts into the wool, we will see in this point. From fibers to wool. First one, for obtaining wool, sheep are reared. We are aware about that. Suppose we want wool, for that purpose we have to rear the sheep, पाळणे. sheep तरी पाळल्या पाहिजेत. आपल्याला wool हवं असेल तर sheep पाळावे लागतील त्यासाठी. Their hair is cut and processed into wool. Processed into wool. We are aware about that. We are cutting the hairs of that particular sheep, and this cutted hair will be converted into the wool. And let us learn about this process. We will learn whole process, how the how the animals are reared, how the animals are reared in our locality, and how and what is the process of fibers, converting fibers into the wool. Now the first point, rearing and breeding sheep. Rearing and breeding of sheep. Now if you travel to the hills in Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim. When we travel in a Jammu and Kashmir, hills of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim, or the plains of Haryana, plains of Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan and Gujarat, you can see the shepherds taking their herds of sheep for grazing. Herds of sheep for grazing. When we travel in that mentioned areas, that time we can find out that the shepherds taking their herds of sheep for grazing. Shepherds, मेंढपाळ, ते त्यांचे कळप मेंढ्यांचे कळप घेऊन ते चराईसाठी फिरत असतात. Sheeps, we are aware about that sheep is herbivore animal. Herbivore, the animal which are eating only plant product. Those are called as an herbivores, and we are aware about that sheep is a herbivore animal. Sheep is a herbivore and prefer grass and leaves. Apart from grazing sheep reared, also feed them on a mixture of pulses, corn, jawar, oil cakes. Oil cakes means the material left after the taking oil from the seeds, like sunflower. From the sunflower, when we are taking when we are getting oil, and the remaining part which is called as an oil cake. In this way, many more seeds are there, like groundnut will be there, and these remaining part which is called as an oil cakes. We are aware about that sheep are herbivores animal. Those are and those are only depend upon the leaves and plant product. Apart from this, there are also leaves on the pulses, dali, corn, jawar and oil cakes, the material left from the taking out oil from the seeds, and minerals. In a winter, sheep are kept indoors and feed on leaves, grains and dry fodder. When we find out in that particular hilly regions, that time what happened, shepherds, they are taking their herds of sheep for grazing, but in a winter season they are keeping their sheep sheep in indoors and feed on leaves, grains and dry fodder. Leaves, grains and dry fodder चारा किंवा वैरण त्याच्यावरती ते जगतात. Sheep are reared in many parts of our country for wool. Sheep is reared in many parts of our country for wool. And table 3.1, in a table 3.1 gives the names of some breeds of sheep are reared in our country for producing wool. The quality and texture of the fibers obtained from them is also indicated in the table. We will see at the last. Certain breeds of sheep have thick coat of hair on their body, and which aids in good quality of wool in large quantity. Which sheep are mentioned in the table 3.1? That sheep have thick coat of hair on their body, and which yields a good quality of wool in a large quantities. For that purpose, the people they are reared, the farmers they are reared these animals, these sheep, for the good quality of wool, which we are given in the large quantity. As mentioned earlier, the sheep are selectively bred. The sheep are selectively bred, with one parent being a sheep is good bred. One parent of sheep is of good breed. Now I already mentioned that for the sheep, for the reproduction production of the sheep, two parents are required, one male parent, one female parent, and from that one parent is used as a good breed, because from that when we are getting the offspring, that also will be a good breed, and which gives a lot of hairs and which will be converted into the wool. And once the reared sheep have developed a thick growth of hair. And once the reared sheep which we are reared the sheep and which develop the thick growth of hair, that hairs are shaved off for getting wool, and that hairs will be shaved off for to get wool. Now here downside table was mentioned there. Some Indian breeds of sheep, some Indian breeds of sheep. Here first one, name of breed, quality of wool, and state where they found. State where they found. Three columns are there. First name Lohi. First name Lohi, and quality of wool is good quality of wool, and which is found in Rajasthan and Punjab. Next one Rampur Vasher, and quality of wool is brown color hairs was present on that particular sheep, and which is found in Uttar Pradesh and Himachal Pradesh. Next one Nali, and it is a carpet wool. It is a carpet wool, the wool which is used in the carpets, and the state where they found Rajasthan, Haryana, and Punjab. Next one Bhakarwal, and for it is used, this wool is used for the woolen shawls. This wool is used for the woolen shawl, and which is found in the Jammu and Kashmir. Marwari, next one Marwari, the coarse wool. coarse खरबरीत, त्याचं खरबरीत wool असतं, and they find out the state where it is found Gujarat. Next Patanwadi, and which is used for hosiery, and the state where it is found Gujarat. In Gujarat it is found Patanwadi ships, and the wool from the Patanwadi ships which is used for hosiery. Here up to this we covered. Remaining part we will see in the next period.